Mr Malarkey for the next question, please.
And that would be bored, but I'll ask you the same questions I asked on Monday with regard to the abortion bill. As you are aware, it's going through Keys at the moment. It's been very heavily scrutinised by Keys. I'm quite convinced by the time we get it through Keys, it goes to Legislative Council, it'll be fit for purpose. I want to know what your views within Legislative Council would be, whether you'd be supporting the bill when it gets to that stage to Legislative Council, or do you have any strong feelings against the bill?
Okay, so this one will start with Mr Kelly.
Well, I would support the bill for a number of reasons, but I think the crux of your question is really kind of level of scrutiny. Whilst prima facie, it's for me a very easy decision to support the bill, but when you start looking in more detail, which is clearly what LegCo is meant to be doing and does, then as you get closer and closer to your job is to find out where the limits are. So, for example, viability is a key part of the debate, and gender and all the background about decision making. So, I think those are fundamental. But yes, to answer your question directly, I'd support the bill.
Thank you, Mrs Humbles.
Yes, I've been in support of the bill. I think it was very well drafted, but obviously there are some amendments that have come forward. There are a good deal of, but buffer zones, for example, I'm very much in support of those, particularly in relation to what happened over at the hospital with Abort 67. I was not particularly impressed by it. But also in relation to counselling as well, I do think that there needs to be an independent, unbiased provision in relation to counselling. I would be very much in favour of the abortion bill.
Thank you, Mrs Corlett.
This is a very sensitive issue which has gained a lot of public attention. That said, I've reviewed it and I am very supportive of what is being put forward.
Thank you. Ms Joughin.
Yes, I would support the bill. I have been reviewing it and I'd be very interested to look at the guidelines actually in conjunction with the bill. That's where my interest lies, particularly at the moment. Some definitions that I believe need to be tightened up, and just very interested to see exactly how the guidelines are going to be drafted and how they're going to work in conjunction with the bill. It becomes law. It becomes law. I think it will.
Thank you. And Mr Furner.
Yes, I would support the bill. I have no issues with that. I know CALM have raised some points of detail that LegCo would need to be satisfied that they were all dealt with appropriately. I have read through the draft bill myself. I'm not sure whether I was reading the most recent version. And there are 2 or 3 places where I think that I would be asking questions because I don't think it's watertight at the moment. And the job of a LegCo member would be to go through it word by word, comma by comma, just to make sure that there are no unintended consequences and that unforeseen circumstances are taken into account.
And Mr Lord-Brennan.
I would definitely support the modernisation of abortion law on the Isle of Man, and think you need to look at the bill as it stands. When at the stages it would be when it came to us, because the devil is in the details. So I think you need to just be sure that when you're looking at it, you're doing so with the right level of thought, the right level of care. I think that for Keys to be able to go into committee mode, and that was fascinating, I think, for me to listen to and just bring through that further level of scrutiny. So I'm absolutely supportive of the change. I absolutely do think that women should have the right to choose, and I would look at the bill, the detail of the bill, once it was in front of me, and look at everything with thought and care. I think that should be the role of LegCo.